Those who have hope in Bola Tinubu, who went to the ballot to vote for him, in your own view, the early stage policies and decisions that he has made, how disappointed or how hopeful are you in Bola Tinubu? Well, as you know, I have worked with him. I was in the AC and ACN, so I have the privilege of having to work with him, and I'm honestly disappointed because I expected. He's a person who I know he would always have a book around him reading. He would always, you would be able to engage him. But all that magic has evaporated. I don't see it. You think it has been demystified? I don't know. By the federal and the national I don't know. I don't know. We are still in the process. But certainly that magic, that idea of a person who can solve problems is not there. Because look at the bundle of problems that are there. You thought that Tinubu's name is synonymous to fixing Nigeria's problems at the initial stage? No, I didn't think that he was synonymous, but I knew that he had talents that you could apply to solve, problems. Certainly. I mean, but I don't. In the last month, I don't find them. Oh, look at the appointments that he has made. There has been a few reversal, withdrawal. What do you make of those kind of? Well, first, I think the appointment system seems to be in crisis. Because, I worked in the presidency for 4 years, and appointments were made, and we know the processes that we go through. You never get to that point. You have to do thorough due diligence. You have to weigh and you have to consult the stakeholders. So by the time it gets to the table of the president, with all the options you have given him, whoever the president chooses will find that he fits in and he will be accepted because you would have done the consultations, you would have done the due diligence. But this kind of ad hoc system, it doesn't even look like the president knows when the appointments are being made. It's like he wakes up and then he suddenly discovers that such and such. How embarrassing! I don't know. It's terrible. We're doing this in front of the whole world. The presidency has a proper government structure, isn't it? We are doing all this parastatal on its own, isn't it? Yeah, we are doing it in front of the world. And what is the world going to think of us? We are tumbling and fumbling. We don't know our left from our right. We don't seem to know who is supposed to do what. There's no system there. She clearly does not want to hear. What do you think could be happening? Could it be politics or could it be bad administration going on in the presidency? I would say it's sheer incompetence. They have gotten people who have no idea of the job they are supposed to be doing. And this is why they are, they are embarrassing the government, embarrassing the country, and because if they knew, the first thing is that if you have an appointment to make, you go through a certain processes. Fair enough. You have people who have worked for you politically and who you want to reward. For as long as they are qualified and they are able to do this job, that's fair for me. Of course, you have to also be careful because, one thing you would never want to do if you are in government is exclusion. The moment people realize that you are taking or you are only making preference of people who come from a particular section of the country, then you have created for yourself a huge problem. Because then you lose trust, from the people. Then you are perceived as a chauvinist, not as a national leader. And then nobody trusts what you say, and nobody can actually come out. But most of it is that people who feel excluded are going to fight back.
Was the short video where Northern Elder says they are really disappointed at Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, in quotes and unquote, the magician who was going to do a magic, shake the magic wand, and then Nigeria was going to fall in place. When he came in, so many people said, oh, Tinubu is a very brilliant individual. In fact, he had A's in school. He's going to do some wonders. In fact, Nigeria is going to be transformed, but like night and day. Well, the administration started, the Naira is getting a free fall. Have you heard of the word called a free fall? Yes. To mention but a few, he cannot even concentrate because there are cases on him as we speak at the moment. So there's a lot of work going on, and every single person is wondering what next. You heard the Northern Elder, you watched the video and you saw for yourself, saying he's quite disappointed. He said he's worked with Tinubu before, and with the lame appointment going on, they appoint this, they retract the appointment, they retrieve it, they do this, they do that. It just shows that there is no work being done. They don't even know who the persons involved. The other time, they appointed a young lady, a young girl who was still in NYSC. Another one, a 24-year-old young man who went to University of Brighton, and then the appointment has been revoked. And everybody's just wondering, Tinubu, what exactly is going on? Who are the people you have around you who are not telling you the truth, who are not coming up to say, oh God, this is, looking at the thing, looking at the country properly. The truth is, when you want to make this kind of appointment, we need to become thorough. There are some people who may never had political appointment or experience, but they've had vast experience in other areas. Do you know how many lecturers, professors, well-read people that you even relate with day to day? They just have this aroma, this arrow, this aura around them. As soon as they get to where things are, as soon as things get to them, things begin to sort out themselves very rapidly, quite quickly. There are people like that. They are just solution providers or carriers. They don't struggle to provide solution no matter the situation, no matter what is going on. It just flows. So there are people like that in our society, but sadly, they may never or have never gotten the opportunity to serve in a government, in a situation where they should provide adequate, help to make this nation a better place. So these are some of the issues and some of the matters that we have been faced with that have brought us to where we are at the moment. And so we need to make all further and proper, checks, corrections in order to change the course of what is going on today. Peter Obi, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar are fighting for their, for their life. If you put it that way, political career is really, something that everybody wants to. They want to get there. They want to get to the next level. They want to, but beyond all that fight for me, myself, and I, what next? What next? What's the next point of call beyond the me, myself, and I thing? What about service to humanity? What about ensuring that we do the right thing? What's going on there? What are we doing? What are we putting in place, and how are we going about these things? So these are very, very serious. These are important issues and matters that everyone must pay attention to. And so when you look at the whole thing, you will understand that, every single person wants the truth to be revealed. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar has been holding press conference upon press conference. We're bringing you up to speed with the latest. Leave us a comment. Don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. God bless. Bye for now.